The pandemic has made 2020 a rough year for many reasons.
One big change is how we've had to deal with our jobs. Of course, that can be stressful. So in today's Relationship Reboot, we're talking about workplace stress and burnout. Joining us now is our relationship guru, Dr. Shonda Craft. Dr. Craft, thanks for being with us this morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, so we have seen so many changes since March, and kids at home, kids not at home, working alongside parents. It almost sometimes feels a little like whiplash.
Right, absolutely. And people are feeling the stress of trying to manage being productive and being seen as good employees while also trying to just survive in their personal lives.
What advice do you have for people? I suppose the first step here, as in most of these situations, is recognizing that this is a problem, that you may be dealing with something that is a concern.
Well, yes, and it's really important for employers, but also for the people that we're working with, so our coworkers and sometimes even our spouses, to recognize that there might be environments that are really stressful for us. And particularly if we see our workloads are increasing and we feel like there's really no end in sight to the workload, if we feel like our work isn't being valued as much. And again, that can happen when we're working from home and maybe people think, I'm going to be able to be more productive, or they're in the office and they don't have their kids around. But people are carrying stress from home into their work lives and their work lives into their home lives. And so when you don't have those boundaries between those two places, it can really increase stress for a lot of people.
We know that each employer is going to be different in terms of their levels of flexibility or understanding that balance and that tension there. So is there something that you at home can do for yourself, something that you can control to take off the pressure a little bit?
Well, I think being honest about what you can bear. I mean, sometimes I think a lot of people pride themselves on how hard they work. Having a strong work ethic is one of those Midwestern values. And, initially people who are working harder and they're seen as good employees, that feels good for them. But we also have to be really careful to not exploit ourselves and overwork ourselves. And so, first and foremost, just being honest about what you can handle. And it's not to be ashamed that you can't take on more. It's about being honest about, okay, here's where my limit is, and I'm about to reach it.
And how does that work, though? How do you have that conversation then at the workplace? Because I wonder if people are experiencing where this has gone on for a while now. We're entering month 10. And managers, I think, in some cases, the patience and the flexibility is running up against kind of profit goals and work efficiency goals.
Well, I think we have to remember that, yes, all of those things are present, and the work doesn't get done if you don't have someone there to do it. So we have to create an environment where it's physically and psychologically healthy for our employees. And that may mean checking in with your employees, checking in with your coworkers a little bit more frequently to see how are they doing. If they have the ability to take breaks, really encourage them to take those breaks. Yeah. Encourage your coworkers to talk to each other. I mean, we are more likely to go and seek support from someone that we feel like might be in a similar situation. So, whether you're a supervisor or a shift leader or just somebody working on the line, whatever that looks like for you, just being honest to say, yeah, sometimes I get overloaded too, and here's how I got through it.
Because I think one of the harder things about working at home is trying to find that balance, is because you could be working all the time. Now that you're at home, you could put the kids to bed and then try and go back to work. What kind of boundaries or limits do you recommend setting those?
Absolutely. And I think this is where our spouses, our partners, the people that are sharing our homes with us really come into play as well, because we sometimes will need that external reminder to set a boundary. So telling yourself, okay, here's my normal work hours, and if I'm able to get that work done relatively well in those hours, great. If I'm going to come back after I put the kids to bed and done the dinner and things like that, then still set a time limit for yourself. Say you're not going to work past 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock. Give yourself a little bit of a buffer between the time you go to bed, because otherwise your mind is still going to be racing. You're not going to sleep well. And then guess what? You're not going to be productive the next day.
Good tips, Dr. Shonda. Thank you.
Thank you.